Good evening, guys, and happy, what's today, Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. My goodness, guys, I woke up actually pretty late today, which is weird because like literally every day, like I've gotten enough sleep too, like at least probably about 8 hours almost every night. I think maybe the first night, what was that, like Wednesday, like Tuesday night to Wednesday. I think I didn't get that much because that was the one morning where my mom woke me up and she was blow drying her hair. And so I ended up waking up early that day and I didn't go to bed early, but every other day pretty much I've been going to bed early. Last night I didn't go to bed insanely early, but I wasn't expecting to wake up when I did. And honestly, I'm sort of thinking it's because like I have been waking up so early and like again maybe not getting like the maximum amount of hours of sleep. Like I said, Wednesday I probably got like, I don't know, 5 hours of sleep or something, and then I feel like it was like maybe 6 to 7 on like average. But like yesterday night I thought I got like 8 hours of sleep. Not last night, yesterday night, the night before that. So like I said, I don't know why I woke up so late today, even though again I know I went to bed late. But still, I don't know, it just seems sort of weird because me and Jeff were finishing watching a movie last night before I actually went to bed. And so, like I said, and the movie ended around like 12:30 or so. And then I think we stayed up and we were like talking about something. And then it was like maybe 1 or 1:30. I think I finally took a shower. So I probably wasn't in bed until about 2 o'clock last night. So like I said, a little late. But I woke up like stinking like almost noon today. I was like, really? So yeah, like I said, I don't know, but I overslept so much today, but I still was able to get a ton of stuff done. I edited today, which normally I don't do over the weekend, so I was actually really surprised with that. I also too, guys, if you see behind me over there, there's like nothing else. That's like, I mean, there's, you know, a little bit of cluttery stuff. Honestly, that little box that's like, it's like back there sort of, I don't know, the camera's not really gonna focus on it, but back there they have a little box, and that's normally where I would keep all of my like vitamins and stuff like that. And now I have too many because I've been buying in bulk so much. They don't fit in that little box anymore. And they're the bigger bottles too. Like I used to always buy like the little bottles. And so now that I've been buying bigger bottles and more of them and in bulk and stuff like that, I don't have any room for them. So they're all just sitting there. But for the most part, I pretty much cleaned most of this off. There was just like, I mean, there still is like some stuff there, but it's sort of stuff that belongs there. There was stuff that didn't belong there though before, and I put it all away. Like there were books. I got those books put away. I had from last Christmas, I had my like DVDs, like the box sets that I got for Christmas, and so I put those all up with our DVD box that's in the attic, and so that all went up there. And then too, I had some DVDs that were in my closet. I had a box of them. I had 2 boxes of like video games and also like DVDs that were in my closet, and I was like, you know what, I can probably reduce a lot of this by putting some of it up into the attic. And then like I used the smaller box actually to put some of my backup bedding, like my sheets and pillowcases, the ones that I mainly switch out because they're gray, so they go with my color scheme, like specifically they are mine. Then I had another set that was an old set that was like white with like polka dots on it and like an orange like sheet, because it was sort of like a set, but I don't know, it was very much like when I was in high school. I will use that as an emergency backup set just in case somehow both sets of my bedding happen to be dirty at the same time. Then I will use that, like I said, as an emergency backup, but I put that upstairs in the attic with our other bedding. So a lot of the stuff that was in my room, again, that I've been sort of cleaning out and everything, all went upstairs in its respected bin. When I was actually going through my closet too, I ended up finding a couple of like sentimental paper things and stuff like that. There's like a couple of different things that like I saved. I don't know why I put them in my closet though, but like there was just like papers. Like there was a thing that we did at our church. It was like sort of like a yearbook signing thing, but it was just like on like a piece of paper thing, and then people would just write like, oh, have a fun summer, you know, that kind of thing. And it was just like on a big you know, like I said, like paper sort of thing, and everybody would just go around and like sign everybody's, you know, because it was like for all of the seniors that year. So I don't know why, like I said, I randomly put that in my closet. Maybe it was too because it was like a big piece of paper, because I also had like a couple of other things that were sort of bigger like that, and that's why I put them in the closet, maybe because they just fit in there. I have no clue, but like I said, that's where it was. So that's what I ended up doing. Like I said, when I went through the closet was because I like deep cleaned my closet. Like again, I told you guys I reorganized all my clothes. And that was the other thing too, is that we got the space set in the attic for me to put my sweaters up there in the little drawer thingies. I have one box that has my shorts, and then also to my what's it called, like my, like I have like my onesies, sort of like pajamas, but they're sort of like holiday, like they're really for winter, and honestly I don't foresee myself wearing them anytime soon. I woke up in like multiple times sweating because of how hot it is outside right now. It is supposed to be, I think, 68 as a high tomorrow, and so we are grilling tomorrow. That is what's on the meal plan. But then after that, we're supposed to have a storm for the next, like, up until Thursday. It's like Tuesday through Thursday, and it's supposed to be pretty cold still, again, like 40s, maybe 50s as a high at the most. And Thursday it looked like it was actually supposed to snow. I don't think it's going to now, but it still could have the possibility to, which is sort of crazy because, like I said, it's going to be from like almost 70 degrees down to like snowing practically by like the end of the week. But then it's supposed to get warm again, which is good. So anyways though, yeah, it's so warm out. Like I said, I don't really see that I'm going to be wearing that, and I have a lighter weight like robe that I'm going to keep in my room for like over like the summer and spring and probably maybe even fall. And then I have one that is like a Santa sort of like robe that my aunt got me for Christmas, or no, I think for my birthday, because my birthday's in November, I think a couple of years ago. And I love it, but it's very like thick and heavy, which is awesome for the winter time. But I, you know, like I said, I don't foresee myself wearing it during the winter or anything like that. It's so soft too, guys. It's awesome. But I put that up there as well. So I had, like I said, one just like tote that has my shorts and, like I said, those sort of like onesies. Like I have like, it's like a Christmas one. I think there's an Olaf one. And then, like I said, that like bathrobe. So I put that up in the attic, and then I also hung up, I moved my dresses and got rid of some of my dresses too. I actually, like I say, guys, got rid of a good amount of clothes. I was very proud of myself. So like I said, I got rid of some of my like I said, dresses that were like really old, outdated dresses that I think honestly my grandma gave me, or like one of her friends was giving her clothes at one point, and they were like a handful of dresses when I was in like middle school or something like that. And I honestly don't even know that I ever wore them at all, but she was like also like small like me and my grandma were, so like the sizes fit us perfectly, but my grandma was like, I'm not gonna wear these. And then I was like, oh sure I will, and then I never actually did. So yeah, anyways though, those were, I think, several of the ones I got rid of, plus some other ones that I was like, I don't think these fit me, and these are, again, sort of outdated. So I got rid of, like I said, probably at least a good maybe 5 to 10 dresses. I still have a good amount up in the attic, but I moved all of those from the one end of the attic where they were all hanging to the cubby sort of. And the cubby section of the attic is where we are keeping all of the seasonal clothes, like for like, that's where my dad and Jack are keeping like their seasonal clothes. So like stuff that they don't wear that often, or they switch out with the seasons. And then my dad has other stuff that he hangs up in the attic that he has you know, like hanging up there, like dress shirts, sort of things like that. The same with Jack too, like so stuff that he hangs up, or like his football jerseys. But instead we have two other like rods, like clothing rods in the attic. And that was where a lot of my dresses were. So I was like, well, since I don't go through my dresses quite that often, and so long as I can still access them in the cubby, which I can, which is just another sort of part of the attic, but it has a little small door on that side because it's not the part that's dormered. So that's why it has like a little mini door. So we call that the cubby section of the attic. And so over there, that used to be where like it was sort of like my, Matthew, and Jack's closet when we all shared the bedroom upstairs. And so it was, you know, like I said, that was where we had all of our clothes. And it was fine when we were smaller and we could all fit in there, but now that we are all, you know, adults, and although I'm still very short and can still fit in there pretty well, I did wind up hitting my head on one of the beams in the attic up there because, like I said, it's not the most accessible. And so like for Jack, who's still pretty much taller than me and, you know, can't fit so well in there to get to his clothes on a daily basis. It's sort of tough. So that's why I was like, well, I can move my dresses over there since I only need to access them again maybe once a month at most is when I wear a dress, and even then not so much. But you know, that like that kind of stuff that we don't go through or don't wear a lot. Or again, like too, you know, Jack might have stuff that he doesn't wear very often, and like, you know, now that it's starting to turn in the summer, he might have some winter stuff that he winds up keeping in the cubby and then switches that out with the, you know, summer stuff. So anyways, it was a lot of that went on today. I moved that stuff around, but the attic, like I said, got somewhat cleaned. My bedroom got somewhat cleaned too. And the other thing that I was trying to find was the shelves for, I think we moved them out into the garage, but I didn't see them when I went out there, and I know there's one in the attic right now, and I don't know why they weren't all together, but like I said, I think the other ones are in the garage, and I wanted to get them out to measure them to figure out how many I have and where I can put them in my room, because I have got the one big one. Most of the other ones we found in the attic were all like this. I don't remember if maybe they were in my parents' room originally, or maybe they were upstairs or something like that. The ones that were in here, I think, were the same ones that were always in here, but for whatever reason, there's probably at least, I want to say at least 5 or more. Like I said, they're sort of like this size, but I'm planning on putting at least maybe 2, possibly 3 even on that side of the wall. And I was thinking another one maybe over the top of my bed over here somewhere. And then too, like if I honestly have enough, I was like maybe even over my door would work, over like there. And possibly even like maybe if there's enough space over the top of my curtains, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. That might be a little ambitious, but like I said, that's just because like I have some, like, you know, again, like things that I want to sort of be able to display and put up and stuff like that I can't really find a good place to like put it. Like the only thing that I sort of have is like this little thingy over here, sort of buried right now, that like I used to have like video game stuff or things like that. Like that's where I wanted to put like my DVDs and stuff. Or again too, like I have Lego sets. I have one Lego set that I built because I have nowhere else to put them, and I was like, well, I guess I can just put it back in the box, but like I don't know, I just like I wanted to do them and then like display them somewhere, and I was like, I don't have anywhere to display them at, so I don't know. That might not be a permanent thing either. I might like sort of like do it and then maybe put it back in the box or whatever. I guess the one that I have sitting out right now I could probably, but again, there's sort of like some like little knick-knack things that I'd love to be able to display and put up in my room, but I don't have that much space. Like this little letter board, I wanted to actually figure out a place to put on one of these shelves over here, and I couldn't figure out a good spot because it's a little too tall, but like the open sort of parts like there or something like that on that like section where it is tall enough that I could put it, I was like, oh, I could put it there, but then I'd have to move those books, and I was like, I don't know, it's sort of almost getting to the point where it's cluttered already, so I don't want to clutter it even more. So but the thing is, I couldn't find them to measure them today to figure out how many I have and where I wanted to put them. And then on top of that too, we have to get the paints, because right now they are white and dirty because they've been in the attic, so they need painting anyway. But I need to go and get some more blue paint from Sherwin-Williams, because that's where I got this color paint, and so that's like a whole separate drive. It's not like, oh, we'll just go to Menards, because like I said, I got it from a specialty paint store. And I believe that they should have the paint. I think I still have the can out in the garage, but either way, I think that they should have the paint color saved in like their system or whatever, because it wasn't too long ago that we bought it, and they, I believe, keep that information for you. So that if you ever wind up going back and being like, I need another can because I have to, you know, fix a hole or whatever, you know, and repaint over it now, they will have that for you. So like I said, I know that we like registered that, and it was like Kayla's bedroom paint color, so I should be able to go back there and hopefully get it without having to try and remember it. But I believe that the paint can is still in the garage, but it's probably dried out, and I don't think that I had very much left anyway. So like I said, that's why I should be able to maybe just take a picture just in case to make sure I still have the right number, you know, the paint color number and all that stuff. But anyways, guys, that was what I was up to pretty much all day today. Like I said, it was just a lot of like, I'm so happy. I feel like spring cleaning, I'm getting stuff done, especially in my room. And like, I also too, I got all of the freezer stuff set up too, where I pulled all of the stuff that I'm gonna need for this week out of the freezer outside, brought it inside. And also too, I filled up all of the bird feeders. I saw my woodpecker friend, he was outside in the front yard on the brand new suet I just put out there. But like I said, the birds have, you know, we've been seeing a lot more of them because it's spring, and a lot of different varieties I feel like too. So like I said, now that they're, you know, like we filled up the feeders, we should hopefully be seeing more of them. But again, I feel like I actually got a ton done for today for not getting up as early as I did, but I was very happy with all of that work. Like I said, I put in for today. And like the attic, like I said, it all, like there's just more organized too. And I don't know why I'm just so insanely ecstatic that like right now too, this has got no clothes on it. This stuff back here is like, you know, all taken care of. I'm like, my desk is all cleaned off. Like, I don't know why. I've just been in this huge mood to like clean and reorganize my room. My whole closet, like I said, even the top part, there's like a shelf in it. I cleaned and organized. Like I said, I went through the bins that were even up there. I took everything out of my closet. I vacuumed my closet and dusted in my closet. Like that has not been done in I don't know how long. Because of all of the, like I said, you know, I've got the organizer in there. So I actually took that apart and brought it out because I can't take it out without taking it apart. So I had to do that, like, you know, to get the vacuum in there too. Like I said, there was nothing on the floor of my closet. There was nothing hanging in my closet. I took everything out to like deep clean it basically and then put everything back. So like I said, I don't know why. Maybe it is the spring weather that I'm just feeling inspired to get things cleaned, but it was just, I don't know why. I just woke up and was like, wow, it just feels like spring, like, you know, and like that's why I just been going like, you know, cleaning and, you know, like I said, in the spring cleaning mood, I guess. But anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.